Retired Lieutenant General Keith Kellogg joins me now. Sir, we have full control of Iranian ports. Does that give us full control of the Iranian economy?
Stuart, it's good to be with you. You know, you said two words at the start of this. You said, quote, so far. And I think we have to let this thing play out a little bit further. But, you know, we're dealing with people who are still revolutionary zealots. When you look at somebody like their foreign minister, Arashi, these are all Revolutionary Guards people. They're all hardcore. You know, they've killed more of their own people than we lost in the Korean War. So you have to understand who we're dealing with over the long term. And I've reached a point of we just get rid of these guys. It's about time we just take concrete action to take full control of their oil. And I don't mean just a blockade. Maybe it's time we think really hard about going to Kellogg Island or going to Rock Island, taking over that. And look, what President Trump has done has been amazing. He's done something that no other president has done. But I think it's about time for their future, our generational future as well, that we eliminate this threat to the United States in the future. We need to get rid of that enriched uranium. We need to get control of it. We need to make sure they do not have a nuclear capability at all in the future. And you do that economically. And the president started to do that with the blockade. And you, as you said so far, let's just finish the job.
Okay. General, President Trump told Mornings with Maria that the war is, quote, close to over. Watch this.
I had to divert, because if I didn't do that, right now you would have Iran with a nuclear weapon. And if they had a nuclear weapon, you would be calling everybody over there, sir. And you don't want to do that.
Well, you keep saying was. Is this war over?
I think it's close to over, yeah. I mean, I view it as very close to over. You know what? If I pulled up stakes right now, it would take them 20 years to rebuild that country. And we're not finished. We'll see what happens. I think they want to make a deal very badly.
Your opinion, how close are we to the end of the fighting? Is it weeks or is it a couple more months? I know you want to finish the job, but that's not, is that going to happen anytime soon? That's what I'm trying to ask.
Well, I mean, we're close as, you haven't defined close. You know, when I went to college, it used to be told to define my terms. And I don't know what close means. Is it close or not close? Is it a week or 2 weeks with the president? He has options, and he's done something nobody else has done. But when I say finish the job, I want to close the deal. Finish it out totally. It's not a business deal, it's a war. He's a wartime president. And what I mean by that is the other side gets a vote as well. Every time you get into a gunfight, the other guy has an option as well. And he's dealing with people who are revolutionary. They're hardcore. It's a new group of people out there. And we have to understand that. It's not going to be easy to finish it. We have to compel them to make sure they quit. And you compel them with the greatest military in the world, which we have got, and with a leader like President Trump in charge. So when you say close, I think you have to define your terms. My way of getting it close is you finish the job by taking over economically what is their most valuable asset, which has to be their distribution of oil, which is Kellogg Island, control the strait, which is Geisham Island, and Rock Island as well, which is like the quarterback island that you've got out there. We don't know what's out there with the mines because we're sweeping them, but they don't record their mines. You know, in the United States Army, when you do a minefield, you've got to lay it down and you've got to record it. That doesn't happen in sea straits, and I don't have any faith that the Iranians have done that at all. They just kind of block it out and say this is the way it's going to be. And you know, honestly, Stuart, there's always going to be a random mine out there. That's what the risk you're going to have to take.
Okay. Tell that to the ship owners. All right, General, always a pleasure. Keith Kellogg, thanks for joining us. See you again soon.